What do I need to hear right now is today's question. To find out the answer to this question, you must pick one of these two doors. Here we have door number one, and here we have door number two. So go ahead, take a moment, make your selections now, and I will include the timestamps in the description and in the comment section. For those of you that picked door number one, here we have your cards. We have a mixture of oracle cards and the tarot. Now we start with the tarot card. This Eight of Pentacles is the worker. Here we have somebody striving to put essentially effort into some kind of endeavor. This is the person that gets up every day, works hard, very diligent. Now, we have here and some oracle cards that really give us information on what you are being asked to do right now and what you are essentially need to hear, what you need to hear. So the first one is advocacy. To be a person who publicly supports, champions, promotes, or recommends a particular person, group, cause, or policy. To be a champion, a promoter, proponent, or backer, and to have advocacy in my life. This is definitely something that you need to embrace. Also, competition, to consciously strive to improve, gain, reach an objective, or win something by defeating or establishing superiority over others who are trying to do the same. I like to take part in things like games, contests, and sport. We go right back to the Eight of Pentacles energy, the worker, always striving, always outperforming, staying with it. And then finally, we have the warrior. I mean, this message is pretty clear. The warrior has a light attribute as well as a shadow attribute. You're being asked to stay in the light. And in the light, what we have is a warrior filled with strength, skill, discipline, and the toughness of will. There's a sense of heroism, stoicism. There's a sense of self-sacrificing and conquering of the ego. Now, if we look at the shadow attributes, there's a sense here of trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifferences to the suffering inflicted on others. So you are in many ways being asked to champion, to be an advocacy of some kind of important pursuit, some kind of endeavor. I'm getting political vibes. I'm getting standing up for something. This is definitely the energy of a leader. You're being asked to be a leader of your community, your people, your family. You are being asked to rise above the fray and to perform, to outperform, not just to show up and be dedicated, but to outperform. The Eight of Pentacles tells you that in order to reach a level of greatness, you have to go step by step. This is a craftsman who's putting all of this work and effort into each pentacle. One by one, he's diligently working on this. So there's a sense here of understanding where you are, understanding what work needs to be done, what needs to be essentially, what energies you need to invest in this work. And then just going full force, right? Warrior energy, strength, skill, discipline, toughness of will, even heroism and stoicism. That key word stoicism goes perfectly with the Eight of Pentacles and what this card illustrates here. So that is what I see here, group number one. For those of you that picked door number two, here we have your cards. We've got a tarot card. We've got some oracle cards as well. Now, the first card is the Strength card, and this card actually came out reversed. Whenever the Strength card comes out reversed, it talks of potentially where you are right now. It almost feels like a lot of you are going through the weight of something, and it's bringing you this energy of just chaos in your life. You are in this moment in time feeling defeated. Potentially the weight of whatever this problem is too great. You can't bear it. Maybe it's even broken you. If this resonates with you, there is some advice that the oracle cards are presenting you with. First is balance. Now, we're going to go ahead and read this. Balance says to prioritize having equal or correct proportions of focus and or elements of my life, such as work and leisure or togetherness and me time. Very interesting energy, right? When we combine that with the Strength card reverse, it tells you that your work-life balance might need a little tweaking. You're giving maybe too much to something, to a corporation, to an entity, to a system almost, and you are forgetting you yourself and your leisure time and your time maybe with someone else, which brings us to the next card, which is a very interesting card because it aligns with that message perfectly. We have here protection. And protection reads to be kept safe from exposure, damage, harm, pain, injury, or destruction, or to keep another safe from harm or injury, to preserve or to be preserved, to look after or be looked after, to defend or be defended, to safeguard or be safeguarded, to shield or be shielded, to shelter or be sheltered, contain or be contained. There's a sense not only here of reaching for your highest self, but there's also an energy here of protecting yourself, protecting your ideas, and protecting someone else that maybe potentially you're noticing might be going through the same kind of energy that you're going through with the Strength card reversed. This is going to help you and aid you in this process of balance. Your final oracle card is from the Archetype Oracle deck, and it did come out reversed. And so we need to really put a lot of attention in the shadow attribute of this card, which reads, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. This is something that you have to overcome. You know, sometimes when our strength has been depleted, when we have been broken, we want to try and regain that power and that strength by trying to break someone else physically. And so we resort to violence. We resort to talking badly about people behind their backs, character assassination. This is your shadow coming out and presenting its worst face. And so what can we do in that instance? Well, stick to the light, my friends. We've got here desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society, or oneself. This is the way forward. Group number 2.